Hello everybody, welcome to Cork in the North podcast. Thanks to everybody that's joining us this week. Before we crack on, we need to let you know that this podcast is sponsored by the Dye-In Pub and has been sponsored by them for quite some time. They're doing a great job down on the Lisburn Road, serving drinks, giving people food, clean toilets, access to the parking, lots of different places to sit, different things, loads of different things you can do down there. You can eat, you can drink, you can connect to the Wi-Fi, you can watch sport, you can go on a date, you can bring the family out. You can also get 25% off your food if you use the code CORK25 from Wednesday to Saturday. We were down there recently doing new material. Great place. Lots of people down there eating. It seems to be a place that's really good for live comedy, really good for sport, and really good for a night out if you're looking for something a bit different on the Lisburn Road. The Dye-In Pub, Cork 25, 25% off your food. Also as well, I've recently been posting a lot of my full MC sets from the Comedy Store in London up on the Patreon. There's extra episodes up there. There's loads you can get up there. And also, I'm announcing my biggest ever show in Belfast pretty soon, and you will be able to get first dibs on tickets on the mailing list for January 2025. Thanks to everybody that listens to the podcast, downloads it, subscribes, comes along to a show, buys a ticket, watches a clip, blah, blah, blah. You are all really appreciated. Joining me this week is the man himself. You'll all know why he's here. It's Aaron Butler. Links below for everything. Don't forget to come on my tour, andrewryancomedy.com. Bye. Joining me in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that, by the looks of it, has won the Belfast City Marathon last week. He's probably going to tell me he broke the world record, and while doing so, became a qualified boxing UFC champion, all probably in the one weekend. Hello, Aaron Butler.
Thanks for that introduction, Andrew Ryan. Really good to be here in the studio today. I just want to say God's good before we start. Feeling very blessed today. Got to give a big shout out, big thanks to friends, family, my team. Those guys absolutely knocked out of the park. 18-week training camp. Shout out to the guys. And
Sponsors?
Here we are. No sponsors yet, but I'm open. I'm hunting. I'm in the market for sponsorship.
Yeah.
And what can we say? Yeah, the big day was the other day, and we took home the W.
Brilliant. So, Aaron, you look absolutely fantastic. You look like untouched. For an athlete, you look like you've been through no pain.
Yeah, you wouldn't think I put my body through what I put my body through.
What did you put your body through?
I put my body through 26.2 miles of hard Belfast road.
That's tough. That road has seen things.
A lot of people say it's the hardest marathon you'll ever run. You know,
really?
In many respects. Oh, absolutely.
Why is that?
Just different dirt here, you know, different tarmac, the way they make it, the double impact. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But you know,
what time did you cross the finish line at?
2 hours 30 minutes, or not 2 hours 30 minutes. I crossed the finish line at 2:30, and I took off at 9:30. Now, can I say, as I was running the marathon, a lot of people brought their newborn babies to get a photo of me holding them. As you would, because I was in the marathon day and going Sean. So look, I had to stop and take a lot of those photos with the newborn babies. It would be a sin if I didn't. Did a lot of that.
I had them for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah. Signed a few tits, signed a few ball bags, and you know that's what sort of impacted my time.
You're an undisputed UFC fighting champion.
This is the Spirit of the Marathon Award. They award this.
Oh right, but it says UFC on it.
I didn't really read it, if I'm being honest. I just accepted it. I don't really think of material things too much. There's just it's unofficial, but Spirit of the Marathon, that would be me. And I don't know where we go from here. You know, I have to consult with my team, consult with close people to me, and just see what the next step is. Really. You know?
So you completed 26.2 miles of the Belfast City Marathon. You got your medal there.
That's what the medal says, Andrew.
Look at that.
You know
Absolutely fantastic.
Not many people have this now. You know,
no,
a lot of people have the relay medal. Come on.
Yeah, and tell me, Aaron,
anyone could do the relay.
Yeah, I didn't do the relay.
No,
there was no point.
You're currently in camp.
I'm in camp for boxing.
Yeah,
and I sparred today, and I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah, I did see you put up a photo of your sparring today. Everyone looked very sweaty, bar you, which worries me.
I don't sweat. I'm like Prince Andrew.
But me too. Look at the photo. Have you seen the photo of me at the end of the marathon?
You barely had any sweat in you.
Looked like the start of the marathon.
Can I ask you a question, Aaron? Yeah. You trained for a long time, and in fairness to you, you put in a lot of effort. I know you did.
Yep.
How did you actually find it? Be honest.
I'm going to be honest. Mile 18, you go up the Crumlin Road, around mile 18, maybe it's mile 17. You go up the Crumlin Road. I had to dig deep at that mile. Once I got that out of the way, it was a breeze. Genuinely, that was the only moment where I was like, this is grim.
Did you feel like you hit the wall?
Well, you're coming out of West Belfast, which has a lot of people cheering, supporting. It's great atmosphere. It's mostly flat. And then you go into North Belfast up the Crumlin Road.
It's all flag protesters.
yeah. It's all petrol bombs. It's very uphill for a long time, and there's not really anyone out, so it's very quiet too. So you're just like...
You're getting into your own head, yeah?
Yeah, and you also just realise, you're like, shit, it's mile 18 here and I've still a good bit to go and I'm going uphill. So that bit is psychologically quite difficult. Physically fine for me anyway, because I'd trained hard and I'd prepared and stuff like that. I ran it with my friend Ryan, who I think I've already told you this off air, but I'll tell it to the podcast listeners. Ryan runs the marathon every year, has done it for 4 or 5 years in a row.
Athlete.
So, well, we'll get into that. So when I'm running it with him this year, I think to myself, he has 4 or 5 years worth of marathon experience compared to me, this is my first one. He's probably going to smoke me here. I'm probably going to have to really keep up. I'm probably, he's a bit intimidating. He probably knows all the little trick skills, whatever. Yeah. My friend Ryan, and by the way, I love you, Ryan, if you're listening. I don't think he is. But one of my best friends, absolutely gentleman, legend, best guy in the world, could not have prepared for a marathon worse in his life. Oh. And he's done 4 or 5 of them, so you go, how can you get this so wrong? Wore the wrong t-shirt, chafed the body of himself, wore the wrong nipple plasters, they fell off after 2 minutes, bleeding nipples, I keep in mind, he's experienced all this before, wore shoes that you would wear to a water theme park. They basically wore rubber socks. That's what he did. He didn't wear actual socks with his shoes. He just barefoot with the shoe. £10 Primark shoes.
What the hell is wrong with him?
I have no idea.
Ryan, I don't know you. You seem like a lovely man, but prepare.
How do you... he had his honeymoon in Disney World 2 weeks before the marathon, so he only got back and ran the marathon with no training, was in China beforehand, so couldn't have prepared worse for it. And so that's why I stuck with him. He said to me, he's like, if you want to run on, run on. And I was like, no, I'll finish it with you. So I stuck with him. I could have done it in sub 4, easy, but I didn't.
So you did it in what, 5.5?
5.5, because I was a good friend. I put myself through an hour and a half of more agony and pain just to cross the finish line with him.
But even though he told you to run on, why didn't you just drop him and go?
I would have felt a wee bit bad.
Why though? He didn't prepare. You can't really.
I know.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the way I look at it is, mate, I've prepared, you haven't. So why am I being punished for your lack of prep?
I know. But I just felt...
A good friend would have let you gone on.
I know. You just didn't do it. He would have, and he did. He said, you just go on. And I was like, no. Look, I'll.
That's like me going to be fighting Connor in the boxing. I'm like, oh, Connor, I'm too tired. I can't punch it. No, we'll keep going. You know what I mean?
But that's a fight. There's a whole different dynamic there. You know what I mean? It was a camaraderie event, the marathon.
Did your parents cheer you on?
They did. They came out at the West Belfast,
of course they're at West Belfast.
Because convenient.
Did you hear them? Did you see them?
Oh yeah, my mum passed me a Red Bull on the way, and then there was a way.
What was she saying to you?
She was like, "Oh, you look great. Keep going, blah blah blah." My aunt came out. They all. Who else? I'm trying to think of a few friends. It was class. There was loads of people shouting "BUTLER," "Butthead."
Were they?
Yeah. Loads of the listeners of the pod. So thanks for doing that. They were very supportive. Yeah.
And good. Tell me, the big question is: will you be doing it again?
Never. That's it.
Why?
Done.
Why not?
Achieved it. You know what I mean? Look, got the belt, got the medal, got the tracksuit, got the fucking. You know what I mean?
You can always say now. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
I have a question for Aaron. Right.
Yeah.
So I have a medal for the 2020 Belfast Marathon, right?
Okay.
But I have a feeling that there might be mixed opinions on whether or not I should have gotten this medal.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, it's a McDonald's. It's always going to be. He's always going to acquire it some way, dodgy, isn't he?
He's like, you know what I mean? It was delivered in the back of a cab. You didn't do the marathon.
I bought it on eBay.
But one paramilitary went to another paramilitary, and they delivered the medal. So what happened?
2020, the marathon happened during the pandemic, right? So
it was virtual, was it? It was a virtual marathon.
So it was a virtual marathon.
Oh,
right?
Fuck off, Sean. So did you do it on a treadmill in your house?
I done it by running around the Leganine Dam, around 200 times.
Oh, so you're allowed to go out and do it?
Yeah, but I'd done it over 3 legs.
Over how many days?
So it was 3 different days.
So you ran what, like a third every day?
Yeah.
That is
not.
That
no.
You should be disqualified.
No.
Give me your medal
But
immediately.
they say that you could do like the encouraged stand.
Oh, come
No
on.
way. So you actually have a marathon medal?
Yeah.
You didn't do a marathon. You did 3/3 of a marathon.
3 days to run a marathon.
You're a liar. You're a fucking gangster, pal.
It hangs proudly at my bookshelf in the house.
What I love is producer Sean has just had a baby 2 weeks ago, and when that child gets to 6 or 7, it goes, Daddy, what's that medal up on the wall? And Sean's gonna go, that's when your old man ran a marathon.
Just like my dad.
Not only did I run a marathon, I run it through a pandemic. The risk I took.
Yeah.
It was so dangerous I had to do it over 3 days.
Oh, by the way, you know rightly he didn't tally up his miles properly. He probably.
bet-
Oh no, I
It's
was pausing it.
Alright, so look,
You drove it.
so how many miles did you run, Sean, in total? How many miles
So
did
I'd
you
done
run
a
a day?
26.2. I forget whatever at it. So 12 miles a day or something. Just over 12 miles.
12, 24, 36.
36, you did a mile and a half.
No, well, no, fuck. Let's not, obviously.
He doesn't even know. You didn't
I can't remember
marathon
how
and a
much it
half.
was, but you just had to do a third of the marathon
Oh,
each day.
Sean.
Oh, that's a
Producer
gag.
Sean.
That's so
That is
funny.
the most West Belfast way of running a marathon.
That's so funny.
My dad was like a big, like, runner.
Paramilitary, what?
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, Sean. Take it out. Go on, go on.
No, my dad was a big runner back in the day. So, like,
Who's he running for?
he Beachmount Harriers and if he
So many jokes that me and Andrew
many
want to
jokes.
say.
but yes, so
Did he
like,
raise money for the what army was it? Sorry, go on.
but he would have done like New York, the Great Northern Run,
Yeah,
London
yeah.
Marathon. No, traveled about and done them. But like, so growing up seeing all his medals, I was like
Inspired
he
just to
won-
run one over 3 days.
Yeah. So, you know,
Can I ask, before you ran the virtual marathon, were you slated to run the normal one that year?
no, I didn't do it. I didn't sign up.
So
to
did
it.
you literally go, I can get away with doing a marathon here over the course of 3 days?
100%. I was like, and it was sold to me. It was like, if you sign up for the virtual marathon, you just submit your scores off Strava. You get a wee
hilarious.
T-shirt. You
That's
get a T-shirt
hilarious.
and you get a medal. And I was
How
like, fucking
many
right.
people like
Bullshit.
bullshitted that? How many people got in their car and drove really slowly for 26 mile just to get that?
Honestly, how many marathons have I run, Sean?
I know that you've ran one.
I've run 2.
Two. Cried at both of them.
Cried,
Nah, I-
cried at one of them.
To be fair, I get
hard.
crying at it. I do get crying at it.
Did you
Like
see
I,
people breaking down?
Yeah. I seen ambulances. I seen people getting covered in tinfoil. Someone took a heart attack on the Finnegy Road. I
You're
didn't see
joking
that.
me.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, there was loads of fucking crazy shit. Like, yeah.
I bet you he'd still get a medal.
Yeah, metal heart. The get a valve.
Were they
put in.
okay? Do you know were they okay?
I think they are. I haven't googled
Jesus
it. Maybe it could care. Could be dead.
It's not been in the news.
It hasn't been in the news. So,
So thank God, if you are the person, or you know the person that took a heart attack
Yep.
in the marathon, I hope you're doing okay.
I put my
you're okay.
WhatsApp pin location on live for like friends and family just to keep track of me and stuff if they want to come visit me during the marathon. And I also sent it to my friend Ryan's wife Emma, and she was looking at
that on?
it. Yeah, she's still waiting for him to cross. She looked at it and it hadn't moved for 10 minutes, and then an ambulance went past her, and she was like, and she was thinking of the worst, like, and
Wow.
not about me, about Ryan, also. But then it just updated and it was fine. But there was a brief minute and she was like, oh shit, like these two have probably, something's happened here.
What did you think of the atmosphere?
Do you know what? Great point. What I'll say this, fair play to the people of Belfast and from surrounding areas and people who come out to support people, cheer, give sweeties away, give drinks away, all the volunteers, the choirs, there was choirs out, musicians, all these people. Those people are fucking heroes because they keep you going, like they keep it. And there were so many of them and everyone was so nice and so supportive. All the flipping, it was class. It was genuinely one of the best atmospheric days I've experienced. And so I have to give a shout out to all the people who were part of that.
Mine
Like,
was very similar.
Yours is just coming back to the fridge for Haribo. You're just like,
My atmosphere was ducks in the fucking Leganine Dam.
fucking hell.
Do you, like, when you were like lining up to start and stuff like that, was there any sort of like trepidation within you? Were you nervous? Because what was your longest run before you did it?
30k, so 18 mile before I did it.
So, all right. So imagine this. The biggest run you did was 18 miles, but when you get to 18 miles, you still have 8 to go.
Yeah. Oh,
8.2 to go.
Yep.
Like psychologically, that's a big challenge.
It is. And look, it is. It's funny. A lot of the marathon is made up of mostly relay people, I found, which is to be expected because, you know, not many people want to do the full marathon as opposed to the relay. Yeah, as opposed to Sean here. Imagine doing the virtual relay.
Doing a virtual marathon is worse than the relay. But can I say to people who did the relay, fair play to you. You raised a lot of money for charity.
That as well. Oh, look, I'm not trying to take anything away from the relay people here, but it's funny because the relay people, you can tell, have just shown up that day. They've been put forward by their work colleagues or something, and they're just like, they haven't did a bit of training, and they start running. They're like 2 minutes. They're like, they gas out after 2 minutes, walk the rest of the leg. They're like, no, I can't do it. And then it's funny, like, you know what I mean? It just blows my mind. How do people not just prepare? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's some people that just don't have the motivation, or like, fuck it, sure, I'm only doing it for work and it's only 4 mile and blah, blah, blah. So it's different. At the start of the marathon, yeah, there was thousands of people there in Stormont, and I met my friend Ryan at 8:30. Again, gonna give Ryan a real bollock in here, but Ryan was like, oh, I need to use the toilet. And marathon starts at 9. Jesus. Okay? At 8:30, he goes to queue up for the Portaloo. The Portaloo queue is worse than Disney World. I mean, like, hundreds of people waiting for these Portaloos. And Ryan also doesn't have a smartphone and doesn't have a phone on him. So he has to steal someone's phone not steal, but like borrow, text me off an unknown number to go, please wait on me. We didn't get out of Storm until 9:10. Everyone was away.
What time did the thing open at?
9's where everyone takes off.
So you're at the back.
I'm at the back end, just like, hurry the fuck up and, you know, piss, please.
What did he say to you?
He's like, I'm sorry. Like, fucking.
And he's married.
Yeah, somehow. Now, the only good thing is that your time doesn't start till you cross over
That's fine, yeah.
the electric thing. But still, you're like, you want to be involved in the atmosphere and things like that. But yeah, so I'll never do it again because I don't need to do it again. Already done. Would love to do more half marathons. Going to do a half marathon in August here. Signed up to one at the North Coast. Half marathons, I think, are a piece of piss for me. Like,
and do you feel you found something now that you can really embrace and go forward in?
Yeah, I'll keep at it. Like, I'll keep running. I'll keep doing like 5Ks, 10Ks, just enjoying it at my leisure. I don't have to follow a real strict training regime now for the marathon or anything like that. But I'm still going to keep running every week.
Do you not see yourself like becoming, you know, like the hardest geezer of Belfast?
I mean, no, not really. Where could you run? What would be the equivalent of running Africa here?
Nobody's run the length of Ardoyne without being shot.
Just at all. The hardest geezer in Ardoyne. He just can't do it. That's the one that gets him. That's fucking great from Sean, to be fair. But yeah, no. So, but I listen. Loved it. Loved the experience. Glad I did the challenge.
Did you raise money for charity?
No, not one bit.
So how did you get a place? Did you have to go to a ballot, or did you just?
No, you can just enter the marathon without a charity. You don't have to have a charity sponsor.
How much does it enter? 30 quid?
50, I think.
All right, okay.
You know,
my friend Johnny Suthers did it in 3 hours 48. He didn't train for 6 weeks beforehand because he damaged his hip.
See, week 13, I got an injury during training camp, as I'm calling it.
So, can I ask you a question? Do you get, a 16-week training thing, is it?
I did 18.
And you have to follow a program?
I did, yeah. You don't have to. Everyone's different. Like, I found what worked for me, but what works for me might not work for everyone else. Yeah. You know what I mean? Depends.
When I ran it on the marathon, I remember the longest run I did before the marathon was, I think, oh God, Jesus, I'm trying to think now. Could have been 22 miles.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I was doing half marathons in like 1 hour 38, 39.
Yeah.
And then when I did the actual marathon, oh my God, what a fucking error. Like,
well, where'd you go wrong?
I overate that morning.
You told me this, and I followed your advice and didn't do that.
So whatever you would eat for your 18-mile run, you just eat the same again, and you fuel up on the way.
Now, I did carb load a wee bit last week. Like, I had more like protein pancakes, more porridge than I would have, more pasta than I would have, probably 2 or 3 days before. Then the day before, I just ate normally, but didn't overeat or anything. I kept it very light. bit of fruit and stuff, and in the morning I didn't eat anything at all. Just
Well, I'm
water.
delighted you did it, man, because you stuck
Thanks.
to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the boxing now. Like to me, it's like right, okay, I'm boxing at the end of June. I'm boxing Conor Brennan, right?
Yeah.
I've never boxed before. Never thrown a punch before.
Yeah.
I'm relatively fit, but I'm not boxing fit.
Yeah.
Right? There's
big.
It's two different types of fitness.
Big
And
difference.
today we were sparring, and I paired up with Shane Todd.
Uh-huh.
And the game we were doing was you stop the other person, touch the shoulder.
Right, okay.
And I got to the point where he was annoying me because he was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't touch him, so I just ran into him.
There you go. Let his emotions get the best of him,
Ran
man.
into him, and then he, he was really like Shane. Obviously, he looks like a tank at the moment.
Yeah.
You seen him?
Yeah.
Looks like a tank.
He's training. He's taking.
But I'm thinking there's a lot of training, like just for 4 minutes.
It's a lot of training just for one night. Yeah, it
Can you
absolutely
imagine
is.
what these pros are doing for 3 12-minute rounds?
Oh yeah, but look, they're born into it. They're that's muscle memory. Like all their, they've been doing it since they were 6 years old. You know what I mean? Those. If you're a pro boxer, now I'm speaking for like 99% of pro boxers. There's still the 1% who aren't like this. But if you're a pro boxer, you've started from 10 years old.
Right.
Like you're in those wee kids training camps and stuff, and they know pretty quickly if you're gonna keep going and get the next level. It's a whole thing.
Before we move on from the marathon, I was on the Armour Road and I was actually looking for you.
I know you were probably there, but I said you were probably having a wee pint or something, or
No,
in a
we
queue or something.
stood there next to the people in the yellow tent. I think it was Cancer Research or something.
That's one of the best legs of the marathon, by the way.
Yeah, down the
that
Armour
road.
Yeah,
That's great.
And I was there with Julie, and I was like, oh, let's see if we can see Aaron.
Should have sent you my pin.
Yeah, I know it's okay. It's all right. I wasn't in your friends and family group.
But you weren't in my close training camp group.
Yeah,
there's
there's
a team behind this. Like you gotta realize,
you know what I mean? Security can get you to the start line, and stuff. But I said to Julie, I'd like to see if I could see Aaron. So we kind of kept an eye out and stuff like that. But then I was thinking to myself, I was looking at the time.
Like, he's well finished by now.
I actually thought you were well finished because we got down there for 1:45.
Yeah.
So I thought, he's done. I said, these are the 5 hours people now. I said, he's done. I said, she goes, what time is he doing? I said, I think he's doing it in about, I would say about 4. And I said, he's gone now. Like, so then I was like, I said, I'll give him a text. I'll give him a ring. And then Judy was like, we weren't going to stay too long.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll just stay. So we stayed out for about 10-15 minutes. I actually say you went past me at some point. And just
Definitely. I mean,
if I'd have saw you, mate, I'd have ran straight on. I'd have ran straight on to the course.
I mean, yeah. Little did you know, I had an extra half hour left to go. I know, man.
I could understand you're doing it with your buddy and your mate.
I know.
But was there a part of you like, if I'm going to do it once, I want to do it in the best time I can possibly do it in?
No, because I don't really have that ego. Like some people were like, I have to do it, and I'm just like, completing it's enough. You know what I mean?
It's the same with the boxing for me.
Plus, it's also like I know what I would be capable of. Like I know rightly. I could have done that in sub 4:15, sub 4, like on a good day. You know what I mean? So as long as I knew that, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Did you go to bed early that night?
No, because I had 6 energy gels during the marathon, so I was and because I did it in 5 hours and 30 minutes and didn't break a bead of sweat, I obviously had all the energy gels still inside me, pulsating, trying to get out, because I hadn't fucking blown my load, to say the fucking expression. So yeah, none that way. But
I'm really proud of you for doing it.
Cheers, man.
You should be really happy with that.
Anyone who is listening, go to my Instagram and look at the photos I'm putting up on my post, and just look how fresh.
You look like someone's like the marathon is beneath you.
I could have did the marathon twice. It felt like, the Ravenhill Road was disappointing.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I thought it, because it's like the last stretch of road, and you think, this is where everyone will be. See, Ormo Road, that's the best bit.
That's where the pubs are.
After that, yeah, because that's where all the people
Anywhere
are.
where the pubs are.
Aye.
Anywhere where the pubs are.
Or something, lads. Can I be honest with you? Just for a wee minute.
You didn't run the virtual marathon.
There's just something in the last half an hour. It's just eating me up.
Okay.
I just,
go ahead.
I haven't been totally truthful with you. I did say that I ran it in 3 legs.
5.
It was in 4.
Oh, that's even worse. So you did it over 4 days. Have you got your Strava off there?
That's so funny.
Have you got your Strava from 2020 off?
I don't know. I don't know.
So you did it in 4?
I did it in 4. Yeah.
You're a disgrace.
Oh, Sean.
You're an absolute disgrace.
I done 4 10Ks.
That's still not even a full marathon.
That's you're 2K short.
You're still
Well,
you're
something
2K
like that.
short.
It was like 4:10 and a bit. Yes.
Oh, the only needed 1p break during it. That was good.
Did you
1p.
So did you go to a cubicle or did you go up
Went
to the
down an
wall?
alleyway.
You went down an alleyway.
Yeah,
You used to do that anyway.
And yeah. It's funny. You can see on my Strava map. There's like this perfect line, and then there's just the tiniest little black prick just sticking out, just like there's where you went to the piss.
When you talked there, Aaron, about like the fact you've no ego with it, I started doing quite a bit of boxing training, right?
And how, I want to know everything about how you're feeling right now about this. Like, I
actually
really
terrified of
do.
it. I'm excited, but also terrified.
What's terrifying?
So the first one I ever did, the first bit of boxing training, obviously I've done a few boxer-sized classes in the years, and I put gloves on and stuff.
Yeah.
But the first one I ever did, I got a text off Shane Todd, said, "Do you want to spar with me in an hour's time?" And I went, "Yeah, right." And they put us in the ring, and I'd never done anything. And I literally had to fight Shane Todd.
I mean, I don't know why they
50%.
did that. Like, I don't know why they did
Anyway,
that.
no, but it was good.
Yeah.
It showed me how far away I was. If you know
yes,
what I mean.
that's true.
I gassed out in the fourth round. We did 4 2-minute rounds. In the fourth round, I was gassed.
Yeah.
I was gone.
Yeah.
Then I started going up to Sean McCobe's gym and started doing the pads. He'd get a routine, teach me how to defend. You know, like whenever I hit somebody, I always have to be ready for a hit coming back. And also, if you hit somebody, they could hit you. So you're always defending, even though
Keep
you're
your guard
hitting,
up.
kind of thing, right? My head was going down a lot. I wasn't keeping my head down, and I hadn't really been hit. And then today I got hit for the first time. Yeah.
In the head?
Whacked into the nose, like proper whack into the nose.
Okay, and what
I
was
actually
the
thought my
sting?
nose was broken. Like,
Right, okay.
it wasn't that bad. The initial impact was sore,
Yeah.
and then hit me around the side of the head and stuff like that. It caught me beautiful on the chin.
Who was this
Conor
catching
Brennan.
you? Connor. Oh.
The guy I'm fighting, we've been sparring. Like,
And how's the sparring sessions between you
he
two?
is strong. He's strong. Yeah.
I can see the reality check
strong.
in your face.
He's strong. And can I just say, I just want everyone to listen to this.
Okay.
I can't punch.
Okay.
I can't
Here,
defend.
That's not good.
I can't defend. I have no agility.
No.
I have no footwork. But apart from all that, I'm fucking lethal.
Oh, yeah. Apart from all the main foundations
Do you
of
know what I'm going to
boxing,
do? I'm going to bore him to death. I'm going to be the best person not to get hit on the night. I'm going in Floyd Mayweather.
Park on the bus.
I'm just going to defend. So today we learned. Today Sean McCobe had to kind of focus me a bit more on defence.
Yeah, and now you're obsessed with defence.
I think he's looked at my attributes and he went, "You need to learn how to defend."
Do you know what the Philly shell is?
What's that?
See, that's Mayweather's main tool to defend.
What?
It's where when you're boxing, you just shell the shoulder up so that the punch just rolls off. Look up Philly shell when you get home on YouTube.
So when they're defending, they're just constantly doing that.
Yeah, it's like if your guard's here and then someone comes in with a punch you, it's like just basically using your shoulder to shell up, Philly shell.
Yeah, because it just bounces off.
Just glides off, yeah. I mean, I obviously am not skilled enough to demonstrate it good, but if you look up Floyd Mayweather, he will.
Yeah. The only thing they were kind of worrying about me, and I was kind of like doing it, I was like jabbing, and because I'm left-handed, right? So I'm southpaw. Is it southpaw?
If you're standing in that stance,
so I go jab, jab. Right. They know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then when I'm defending and he was jabbing me, I have to defend brush it off like that, right?
It's a lot to think about, isn't
But
it?
his glove is hitting my glove. Not my glove, then it's hitting my nose.
That's why you got to be like strong, firm. Like it can't be a loose guard. You have to have it nice and tight. Like if you hold, like depends what way you're comfortable with, but like you have one back here, one here. And if it's tight to your head, that way if he does hit you, it's not going like that. You know
Also,
what I mean?
it's just putting pressure into the head.
It's just putting instead of actually physically creating a little ding. You know what I mean?
I can't do this.
Sean, is this entertaining for the people?
It looks ridiculous on
Yeah.
camera.
This is entertaining.
I genuinely believe I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me. Which some people would probably go on, yeah. But you know what? I think Connor's such a lovely fella. He's such a nice, genuine guy.
Yeah.
He said to me like, "Oh, if it's too much, we'll just do 50%." But it is just cardio. Like I must admit, my cardio is getting really good. I've 7 weeks left. I'm thinking about I'm doing 2 a week, and I think I'll go in
up at the
4.
I'd be in.
I can't do more than 4, man.
5 to 6.
Sean, Aaron, no.
Why though?
No, I
Well,
don't
here,
have it.
how bad do you want it?
Don't really want it that much.
Well, then do 1. Do 1 if you don't want it that
no
much.
one gives a fuck.
I give a fuck.
Do you know what I mean? Like, who's going to be like, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, how's your boxing record?" No one cares. Like,
You don't get heckled for the rest of your life.
I don't care. Hold on a second.
You got the shit.
Oh, the other comedians that lost last year in the comedians box, have they been heckled?
Yes, I heckle Johnny Boy every time I see him.
No, you don't.
I do, absolutely. I lost all respect for Johnny that night. I deleted his number from my phone and all. I was like, Johnny.
No, but you know what I mean.
Removed him from the comedians
you
group.
know
I'm
what I mean.
Mate, that's you.
But also, it's actually quite easy to not get hit if you just keep your distance and keep moving.
I just run around the ring in circles, just like an old 1920s cartoon.
But my game plan was thinking about doing this. As soon as the ring starts, I'm just going to run straight into him.
Right, well, you've just told him your game plan on a podcast, so you're going to have to change that now.
Okay, my game plan is I'm just going to stay back and let him come, and then as he comes, just going to keep
there
running
you
from side
go.
to side.
Yeah.
But it's not inherent in me to be like that.
Well, yeah, you're not. Yeah, there's a reason why we're not pro boxers, because it's not in us. The reason why pro boxers are pro boxers because there's something in them where they need to get out there and fucking punch someone's head. You know what I mean? So trying to find that within yourself is difficult. It'd be no different than Sean McCone. Well, though Sean McCone's very funny, so that's a bad example. But it's no different than take fucking Floyd Mayweather and put him in, the fucking Comedy Store in London. Do you think he's really going to be that comfortable? Not really. Does he really have a desire to stand up there and make people laugh? Not really. No different from you getting in the ring boxing. Like for you, it's just like, I'm just doing this because it's part of a group thing that we're raising money for charity and it's a bit of a laugh and sure it's live streaming, a bit of crack or whatever. Look, you'll be grand. Like,
would you be nervous on the night for like your mates and stuff, or are you actually sitting there going, "Oh, I just want to see someone get
when I'm
battered?
watching"?
Like, yeah. Like, what was it like last year when you were watching it? As like they're your mates, like.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I think I was watching it quite neutral. Like I'm always like, because I'm a fan of the sport. For me, it's just like I just want to see the better fighter win. You know what I mean? That's all. Like that's it. Whoever is the better man on the night and deserves the win, fair enough,
Yeah. I couldn't even get my gum shield in. I vomited. So I had to put the gum shield in the kettle, and then I put the gum shield in the hot water, and then Sean McCobb was helping me with the gum shield to mould the gum shield, and then I was gagging all the time, and so I vomited my breakfast up, and I had to wipe it up with a white t-shirt, and no one, and everyone was outside the room. I was like, don't tell anyone that I vomited. So I had to go and spar without a gum shield because I couldn't even get a gum shield on.
If I'm your opponent right now, I'm going, fuck, it's going to be a good time.
I actually think Conor Brennan could pretend to punch me and I just collapse. He'd be like, I'd be like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Or you just fucking go for it. You put the headgear on, you're gummed up, your gums are, your teeth are your thing.
Yeah.
Put a load of Vaseline on. Put Vaseline on?
I don't know. Maybe
do you know what I was thinking about doing? It was covering my arms and my legs in baby oil. That makes you move faster, doesn't it?
I don't think that is any way accurate at all. Where'd you get that from?
I was thinking about like fake tan and stuff like that, coming out in fake tan, and I just put them off, like maybe smell really bad or something.
To be fair, I like that idea. That idea is better than the baby oil idea.
But like Andrew in blackface?
Not blackface per
Jesus,
se.
no.
No, just fucking hell. He's taking the Floyd Mayweather thing too seriously. Like, do you know when they do Mr. Olympia and they fucking, the white people, the fucking, they
really
put. Did you ever see Mr. Olympia? And they put the muscle show where they do all the weight poses and all, but they put the fake tan on, but they do it really like mahogany, like insane. Like you could do that for sure. If you want to put it.
I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking about fighting in like goggles and stuff.
We could spray your hair pink. Like there's a load of things we could do.
Yeah, I need to get walkout music and stuff.
Have you thought about that at all?
No,
Joe Dolan, good looking woman. That's it. No show like a Joe show.
Really?
I mean, why not? Fuck it. Be a bit of crack.
Or I was thinking of Born Slippy.
Yeah.
Bit of Joe. Or
two very different styles.
Do you know what, Aaron? I'm going to do this for you now. I want you to choreograph the music for me.
Can I mix your music?
Yeah, will you mix my music?
I'll mix Born Slippy into Joe Dolan. Be the best fucking walkout ever. No doubt. Yeah. And I'll put sound clips of you talking over it.
I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, how about that? If I give you and I'm like going, I'm going to hurt you.
I'm Andrew Ryan. I'm here in good faith and an honest capacity.
I'm doing it for the kids. You better watch yourself, Brennan. I'm going to come at you with my big southern arms.
I'll mix it so it makes
Would
you
you
sound
mix
noise.
it for me?
Yeah. I'm doing it for the kids. Oh yeah, no.
Would you do that for me? Would you mix my music for me?
Whatever. Let's fuck about. Yeah, we'll.
Do you want to walk out with me?
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I'm going to and you can like calm me down. And
Yeah.
And you can be like, would you like to be in my ring?
Absolutely. I'll be in your corner. I'll be your cornerman.
With Sean, would you be my corner guy with Sean?
Yeah. I'll wear this tracksuit. Absolutely.
Do you know what would be really good? This is what I want you to do. I want you to be in the corner, sunglasses, UFC belt, marathon medal. Literally, I want that, right? And then every time I come back to the ring, Sean's coaching me and you're just standing there like that. You're just like doing all that, right? I'm
Holding up the belt.
Holding up the belt, right?
Just showboating to the crowd.
So will you be my corner boy?
Absolutely. Corner boy.
Or whatever it's called. What's it called?
Yeah, corner man.
Right,
Yeah.
so-
I'm gonna do Connor's corner.
Oh, that's good. Now, see a wee bit of psychological warfare there. So it is. I will. I'll be in the corner. Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. Yeah,
It'd be good fun, wouldn't it?
I'll be there anyway,
But
doing
like,
some
basically,
commentary.
like, what happens? Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to come out like in a nice outfit, maybe have a belt over me.
Yeah, we'd get you a
as
belt.
joke,
Yeah.
sunglasses on, and
Yeah.
then coming out to Born Slipping, place going on, and then music just stops, and it goes, "I'm a good-looking woman." And we just start walking out like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up?" And people stare.
Yeah.
And do you know when I go into the ring, you come in with me as well, and you're like, with a fan and something, you're like pouring water down me, like, you know, you're like, "Come on," you know, like.
I'm always dabbing your forehead
You're
with
like
a wee towel.
Just look, but what is it like? I'm standing there like Gumshoe, and you're dabbing me, but you're looking away. You're like,
Yeah, and I'm always chewing some sort of gum. Like I've always got a big whack of gum in my mouth.
do you know what I'd love as well? I want to come out with a cigar.
Yeah.
But do you know what else I was thinking about doing? I was thinking about coming out on crutches. Right.
Well, like Willy Wonka, and then
Willy
doing
Wonka.
the.
And then when I get to the ring, I just roll down and I stand up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this will be fun. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here, fuck the training. Let's just spend the next few weeks
How have you prepared
choreographing.
for this? We've spent 8 weeks on the entrance.
Yeah.
What about the exit? Just like, do you know what I'd love to do as
Yeah,
well?
it's just an ambulance.
Do you know what I'd love to do as well? By just before, you know, when you get into the ring, and then at the end of it, have some sort of ambulance music, like woo woo woo. I don't know, like
Look,
some
your best stretcher. Bring you off on the stretcher.
Even if he wins.
Yeah.
Do you know what'd be really good if we actually came out and you were carrying a first aid kit in the stretcher. So what would happen is I'd come out doing the walk, and then there's a whole medical team behind me, and I'm on a drip or something, right? And there's a guy, there's a nurse there as well. There's a whole medical.
I have to remove your catheter before you get in.
Before the fight starts, there's a whole medical team. I'm signing waivers and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, insurance man there, fucking health
Connor won't know
insurance.
what hit him, like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
be
just
such
like show me
pageantry.
pictures of my family and stuff like that. I'm just like waving to my family. Like,
We'll get the commentary, you know, like for the video to be in on it. To be like, yeah, so this is Andrew's last few minutes alive.
Yeah. Someone holding a gravestone and all. Andrew Ryan. Fucking born.
so, will you help me choreograph the entrance? But I want you to
Absolutely.
walk out with me.
Absolutely, I'll walk
Do you know what
out
I
with
want you to come out as like security? But I have a belt.
Yeah.
And then maybe you have like a first aid. So we can get somebody to come out with a first aid kit and like a stretcher, and I walk in and just get you know something. We'll have something like.
That intrigues me actually. If you had a gravestone on it, what would the phrase on it say?
Oh,
I came here in good faith and in an honest capacity.
yeah. Died of giving too many orgasms. That would be it.
No,
Yeah.
for you.
Well, not no. I mean, like giving them.
Oh, I would say, for me, I wouldn't really know what I'd have. To be honest with you, I'm going to be cremated anyway. So
Okay, right. That's fair enough. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
I'm not paying 10 grand for a plot of land in the ground.
Yeah.
10 grand to be buried, isn't it?
Is it?
It's near enough. Like,
Yeah.
My
mum
granny
was
once
about
owned a
10
plot
grand.
in White Rock and then sold it recently for a good bit of money. She bought it like in the 70s.
My thing,
is there anything in it?
Oh, no. I shouldn't sell one that's already occupied.
Or like they used it and then they've been like, we don't need that anymore.
We don't like him anymore, I've decided. Fucking 40 years later, found out he's a paedophile. Let's fucking...
anyway, like imagine like you could go in like resell, say take that coffin out, we'll just resell it on. Like,
I mean, how many years do you have to wait? Like, when you think about it, 200 years from now,
It's not gonna be there.
none of the family are going to... You know what I mean? Recycle graves? Dragon's Den business idea?
if you were Sean and Aaron, if you were to be cremated, where would you want your ashes scattered?
Oh, over the Playboy Mansion. Over Marilyn Monroe's grave.
Over
I want to... No. Where? Go ahead, Sean.
Tato Park.
What the f-
That's worse. That's here. That's creepier than what I said.
That's fucking DUP behaviour.
But here's
What are you on about?
But where is
Tato
it?
Park.
Where's a good place to have them scattered? That's the thing. You know? You obviously know where yours
Do
are
you know what I
going.
do? I don't want them scattered. I want them on the mantelpiece so the family know I'm always looking at them.
All right.
That's not creepy at all.
That's intense. That's very intense.
I don't really know. We buried our mother. My mother's funeral was about €10,000.
Oh, I thought
Do
you
you know
meant
what the weird thing
people.
about it is my mother paid for it herself. She put the money aside for it. Like,
That's what you do when you're old, isn't it?
Yeah.
She
Just
wasn't
save
old,
for your
mate.
funeral.
She was 67. She wasn't old.
Okay.
She died of cancer. So
Yeah, fair point.
I'd probably get through over the finish line.
Of the
2020.
Belfast Marathon.
2020 virtual Belfast Marathon.
I'll run the marathon with a wee necklace of
Joe-
your
Joe's
ices
really
around it.
funny,
Just be
like-
like, this is what he wanted.
yeah, he did. They'll probably commit your fucking marathon medal as well. Isn't it? You always want to-
Here, the fucking should cremate that thing. Fuck's
Yeah.
sake. Melt that down.
More revelations, lads. Right.
Oh, for fuck. What are you going to tell us that you didn't even do it now?
So I've looked back on my Strava from
Right.
2020, right?
Great. What have we
So
learned?
we've got Marathon Day 1.
It should just be marathon, not day one. It should just
Yeah.
be the marathon. It should be done in 4 hours, Sean.
Marathon Day 2. Marathon Day 3. Marathon Day 4. Marathon Day 5.
Oh, there was a day 5.
Evening run. And then Marathon Day 6.
So
6 days.
So no, hold on. In between finishing his marathon, he just did an evening run. Is that not the maddest thing ever? Who puts a marathon on pause to go, sure, I'll finish that marathon after this run here? You fucking idiot.
The amount of times I've walked up and down Helen's Bay, I literally could claim it was a marathon as well.
Hi, if you were to add up, Sean, if you want to do it now, on between the 5 or 6 runs that it was, how long did it take you to do it? See if it's over 6 hours, I'm going up to your house right now and taking the medal.
I'll go with him, work this out, and I'll come back.
All right, you work that out.
The results are in.
Yeah. Okay. So how long, many hours, Sean, did it take?
I'd say it took Sean 7 hours.
I ran it in 4 hours and 44 minutes.
didn't, though. But you did it over 6 days.
To be fair, it should.
Yeah.
That should be the accumulation of time. If it was like a +6, I'd be really worried then.
You ran it in 140 hours or something.
Yeah. Whatever the length of a week is what Sean really ran about. By the way, if anyone else ran the virtual marathon that year, send us your messages, send us your stories, because I would love to hear more about that. Because I until you said it, I had no idea about it, and it genuinely.
No, fair. Do you know what, Sean? Absolutely fair play to you for running a marathon virtually over 6 days. Oh, what a man. What a man he is. What a man, what an idol. What an inspiration to his baby Liam. It's had 2 weeks ago. Daddy ran a marathon. Oh, Daddy, you're so inspiring. How did it take you? 4 hours. 4 hours. Over 6 days.
Oh, Sean.
Aaron, thanks for coming in and checking in with us. We've reviewed the marathon. We've sorted out the boxing introductions. We've also found out that Sean is a marathon
Fraud.
All August.
to be on fucking Panorama getting.
Well, we
invested.
still love him. We still love him. Of course we love him. We love him that he is calm. I respect him for that.
Respect you more, man. Yeah, listen, you've got that medal for the rest of your life that no one has to know.
I still wear the t-shirt to the gym.
There you go.
What does it say finisher on it?
No, it just says Belfast Marathon 2020.
In brackets, it should be virtual over 6 days.
Yeah.
Close brackets.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. Producer Sean, thanks for being here. Aaron, good to catch up to you. You look great, man. You got your medal, you got your medal.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Fitness wise, just a half marathon up the north.
Half marathon up the north, might do the Lisbon half marathon next month as well. Going to
Hey, half would be a good thing for you.
halves I can knock halves out very easy.
Is there any virtual options?
There's no virtual. So there's a website you can go to where you can do this is massive.
Yeah.
On this where you can buy
I know what you're
like
on.
virtual medals or whatever.
Yeah.
So you run the leg of a marathon, or you run the leg of certain different goals, and you get a special medal from an online store.
They posted out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you can only do it if you show them the Strava results and stuff like that. But it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, there's like ones and it's like ties in with films and stuff. It's like you can run the length of like the Shire to Mordor from Lord of the Rings.
Or you can do like the Star Wars Galactic Marathon or that, and they send you a Star Wars medal stuff. It's like 280 quid for 4 medals or
You
something.
know what? I wouldn't be surprised in a year's time we sit here and then Sean trying to put a master or the Lord of the Rings marathon.
I done the Mordor 10K there.
Guys, I just did the Craggy Island 26 miles.
Just did the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Guys, I did the Epstein's Islands.
Honest to God, I ran out the fastest ever being chased.
Yeah.
Being chased by sweaty Prince Andrew. Anyway, listen, many of Cork in the North, thanks for coming in. Aaron, good to see you. Good to catch up with you again. So don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon. Also, go and visit Dying Pub. Use the code Cork25 for your discount on your food Wednesday to Saturday. Thanks very much, guys. All the links below.